Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Morgan Hill Farm. So I hope you guys have been as busy as we have here over the past couple of days. We have been working on our pig shelter, which is back here behind me. We've just kind of been trying to fix up a few things back there. We had some electric wire that was coming loose in a few places, and this year our pigs just did a number on their shelter. They actually ended up rooting underneath the back corner of their house, and they made this huge hole. So we've been trying to fill that back in and just kind of reinforcing that area for the next set of pigs that we're going to be bringing on the property. And even though we don't need that area for a little while longer, I just kind of like to have everything, I guess, in place in case our plans change. Sometimes you can find really good deals on livestock, and if I found a great price on some feeder pigs, I would want to be able to take advantage of that and have that area ready. Or if something crazy happens in the world, I might decide that I want a little bit more meat in my freezer a little sooner than later. I guess I just like to have all of my ducks in a row, if you catch my drift, because things really can change in the blink of an eye. And we see it every day, guys. We see it at the grocery store. Every time you turn on the news, you're hearing about the affordability crisis, foreclosures, credit card debt. And something that I just keep seeing more and more of right now are all of these mass layoffs. It is like month after month after month. The numbers just keep getting worse and worse. And what I am about to tell you guys right now is gonna blow your mind. So the other day, I stumbled across this news story, and honestly, I've not seen it anywhere else. I thought all of the major media outlets would be all over this, but no one else has touched it. So have you guys heard of a little place called Cook County, Illinois? I guess I shouldn't say little. It's actually not little. It's the biggest county in Illinois, and that's where Chicago is, if that kind of helps you place it on the map. They approved their 2026 budget, which includes a permanent universal basic income program. So this is not a trial, this is a permanent line item in their budget now. So starting in January, they're going to be giving a guaranteed, no strings attached, I guess a good way to say it would be unconditional, an unconditional check to everybody that's in this program. It's not food stamps, so you don't have to use it on food. It's not housing assistance. It's literally just free money that you can spend however you want. You could go gamble it. You could go on a vacation with it. It's just like collecting a paycheck, except that I guess you're not doing anything to earn it. But what they didn't tell anybody was where all of this free money is coming from. So their council decided that the best way to pay for this would be to pass it on to the property owners, that they should have to be the ones to foot the bill for this program. So they went ahead and raised property taxes. And I'm not talking about just a little increase. I am talking about massive increases. Chicago saw the largest increase it's seen in 30 years, and they weren't even the worst of it. Some neighborhoods saw just insane increases. West Garfield Park saw a 133% increase. North Lawndale, they saw almost a 100% increase. Inglewood saw 82.5%. And guys, these people are getting a handout every month, and now their neighbors are drowning in property taxes to pay for it. I would physically be sick if I walked to my mailbox and opened that tax bill. It's like, you buy a home, you put blood, sweat, and tears into it, and then county council, which is probably made up of about 8 to 10 people, they now decide that you need to share your money with other people. They have essentially made these people their welfare system, and there's nothing that they can do about it. If they don't pay their taxes, they take their house. I guess they could sell their house. I actually think a lot of people are going to end up going into foreclosure over this. We live in the richest country in the world, so how could this possibly be happening? Why would they do this program? Why would they implement this? And it is because, guys, they know what is coming. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Andrew Yang? Okay, me neither, until just a few days ago. He was a presidential candidate back in 2020, so in that 2020 election. And the entire focus of his campaign was about implementing universal basic income. So before any of us ever really thought about AI and what it was going to do to our life, he said something, guys, and this was 7 years ago. It literally sent chills down my spine. So listen to this. He said that all we need are self-driving cars to destabilize a society. He said we're going to have millions of truck drivers out of work, which are 94% male, and that one innovation is going to be enough to create riots in the street. And then he said we're about to do the same exact thing to retail workers, call center workers, fast food, insurance companies, accounting firms. I did a video on this not too long ago, guys, talking about AI and how we were going to see unemployment rates just skyrocket. And I'm not talking like 8 or 9%. I'm talking more like 40, 50, 60%. And it's not just me saying it either. MIT just released a study saying that AI can already replace 11.7% of jobs. That's literally $1 trillion in wages that Americans are going to lose. And before you kind of shrug this off and say, oh, that's not going to happen to my job. No one could possibly replace me. AI can't do my job. Maybe you're in finance, accounting, healthcare, right? It's not going to affect those jobs. That's what I would think. But those are the specific occupations that they actually listed in this report. And I'm not saying that this could happen. I'm saying that it is happening right now. AI can literally replace you today. And companies are laying off hundreds of thousands of employees, guys, because of AI. They are the ones that are saying this. It's not me. The New York Times just reported that Amazon is about to replace 600,000 warehouse jobs with robots, and that they're planning on automating up to 75% of their operations. CNBC said that Salesforce, Walmart, Paramount, UPS, I think YouTube and Meta, all of those, they have just announced brand new rounds of layoffs because of AI. They're literally telling us, they're announcing it, guys. There have already been 1.1 million layoffs nationwide this year, and that doesn't even include the month of December. And that's just what's been announced. We have no idea how many more are being planned right now. How many more CEOs are locking in that year-end bonus by getting ready to present something to their investors saying that they're going to skyrocket their revenue by replacing half of their workforce with AI? And this is happening all over the world. It's not just America. The World Economic Forum says that 92 million jobs are going to be displaced by 2030. That's only 4 years away. And I really like how they use the word displaced. That's just a really nice way to put it. But in reality, guys, your job, your income, it's going to be eliminated. I'm talking about all types of jobs. I'm talking about white collar, blue collar, trades. It's literally everything. So don't fool yourself and think that you're the exception, because I guarantee, guys, that is exactly what every other American is saying right now. We're looking at nearly 100 million jobs in America that are going to be replaced over just the next decade. 40% of registered nurses, 64% of accountants, teaching assistants, truck drivers, fast food. If you guys work in fast food, I would be looking for another job, because basically all fast food workers are going to be eliminated. Elon Musk said that AI is the most disruptive force in history, and that AI and robots are going to replace all jobs. The CEO of Anthropic, that's the company behind that Claude AI system, he said that these job losses are going to be so massive, and that companies and that the government need to stop sugarcoating it for the American people. Remember the 1 million layoffs or job cuts that I mentioned a little earlier? Do you guys know that that is the highest annual total layoffs since the pandemic? And that's when no one was working, guys. But somehow they keep reporting that unemployment is sitting around 4.4%. Tell me how that's even possible. It's not. Unemployment is so much higher than these fake numbers that they just keep feeding to us. And I am so irritated every time that I turn on the news and I hear the media talk about how great this economy is, that consumer spending is up, that Americans are seeing all of these benefits of tariffs. Gosh, it just irritates me so much. They just keep lying straight to our faces. And what even gets me more is that most people believe everything that they say, guys. The only one telling the truth right now, I think, is Jerome Powell, and that's just because he's going to be out of a job in a few months. He said that we have been overestimating job growth by about 60,000 jobs. That means that every month we have been losing about 20,000 jobs since April. And that's on top of all of the layoffs that I've already mentioned. They're going to end up revising all of this data, guys. And I think we're going to end up seeing another million jobs that were never created, just like we did during the Biden administration. I've just got this feeling in the pit of my stomach, like, things are just not looking good. AI is going to continue to eliminate millions of jobs, and it is going to create massive unemployment. And that is why UBI is being rolled out right now. They're testing it. All of the CEOs of all of these AI companies, they have been throwing a ton of money into researching universal basic income because that is their solution to taking our jobs. We are going to start seeing unemployment levels like we've never seen before. We are going to be essentially a society that is dependent on government assistance. And it's not just about jobs, guys. This all goes back to that bigger goal that I keep talking about, the digital ID, digital currency. You are going to be so dependent on this system, your income, food, housing, healthcare. How do you think that all gets paid for when you don't have a job? You are going to be desperate. And that is exactly where they want you because you'll be so much easier to control. You're going to be more than happy to scan that digital ID. You're going to collect that digital welfare check, and you will be smiling at every single camera as you walk down the street. It sounds a lot like science fiction, doesn't it? Go watch the movie Elysium, guys. It's pretty amazing how close Hollywood comes to portraying what life is going to look like for you and I when this all goes into full effect. And guys, and while all of this is happening right now, most people are spending like there's no tomorrow. Holiday shopping is completely out of control. Credit card debt is at record highs. People are literally financing everything. Christmas gifts, vacations, cars that they can't afford. They're acting like nothing's changed. Like all of this stuff that I'm talking about, none of it matters and nobody is preparing. And my advice to you guys is if you have a job, keep it. Don't take it for granted, and don't assume that if you lose that job that there's going to be another one right around the corner. Right now, you need to become as self-sufficient as possible. You need to get out of debt, stop spending money on things that you don't need. You need to start growing some type of your own food because this transition to AI, it's going to happen whether we like it or not. This universal basic income in Cook County, Illinois, that's just the beginning. And I hope that you guys can see that. I hope that you guys are one of the few people that are preparing. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next video.